mouth and your lips and your nose. And
here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack.
Hello, boys. We got two Bokinis in the house. This is crazy.
thanks for having me, Jack.
Well, this is the first time I have to be nice to you. You're a grandfather now.
I know, isn't it nice?
It is. How is that?
It's absolutely fantastic.
Nobody dropped the baby yet?
No,
No, not yet.
Not even fingers over there. He even held on. For
Oh, all right. Even my knuckle-headed nephew number one had his first child today.
Oh,
He and his wife. Yeah, nice little baby girl. Everybody's fine. Everybody's healthy. It's all good.
Well,
So-
Congratulations, Jack. That's
What's
big
it?
news.
It is big news. I'm a grand uncle, I guess. Right?
But the baby was born 95 years after my dad.
Same day?
Same day.
Wow.
And then not that, but we're a holiday 4 generation because I was born on Mother's Day and Dominic was born on New Year's Eve. So
And every day with AJ is a holiday.
well, AJ, he's 6 days before Christmas. So he was supposed to be Valentine's Day.
Hey, I got Reggie White's birthday, so I'm good to go.
Yeah.
You are good to go. You're always good to go.
Yes, sir.
So before we get to sports, I want to ask you guys, there was news today that yesterday Red Lobster filed for bankruptcy.
No more crab.
Were you guys Red Lobster fans? Doug, were you ever a Red Lobster guy?
We would go to Red Lobster all the time when I was young. Sure.
Did you?
Younger. Yeah.
What'd you get? What'd you order?
Well, let's see. I mean, crab legs, different. All different. I don't know. It's been so long. I can't remember what was even on the menu, but I know a lot of seafood and a lot of rice.
See, you're the problem. You haven't gone back there. You've abandoned them.
I don't even know where the hell a Red Lobster is. Is there one in the word?
You know what the problem is, Jack?
What?
It's all the crabby people out there.
Oh God! You're gonna make everybody crabby. They said it's 56 years old, the chain, and they're claiming within the company that the all-you-can endless shrimp promotion was its death blow, or at least heavily responsible for its demise.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
A successful limited-time promotion for more than 2 decades, the company made $20 all-you-can-eat shrimp a permanent menu item last summer, and that was just too much. The menu change actually cost the company at least $11 million last year.
Well, that's silly.
Yeah.
Right.
Never underestimate the amount of shrimp hungry Americans can put down. One thing about the Red Lobster, they invented a food item. They invented popcorn shrimp in 1974.
Yes.
I don't even know what popcorn shrimp is. What is it, Doug?
There's
Breaded shrimp.
breaded smaller. I think they're smaller. Yeah, they're just smaller breaded shrimp. Just like popcorn, I think you eat the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Man,
You did. That's awesome.
You're not a shrimp guy.
I used to be, but then I got something. I can't do shellfish anymore. But the Red Lobster I remember was on the Beltline in Madison. And when we went to, me and three of my future roommates went to Madison for a campus visit when we were seniors in high school. And for some reason, we went to the Red Lobster because someone said they got everything there. So we went and got like their combo platter. And we ate that for like 3 days. And I haven't been back to one since. No,
There had to be a Red Lobster. I'm pretty sure. Right?
There's one right near Mayfair Mall.
Okay. And I was wondering if there were other ones before then, because I'm trying to think back when I was younger. Because I remember going to Red Lobster. and went a decent amount.
Like when you were married or when you were a kid? When?
When I was a kid.
You were a kid?
When I was a kid, because I grew up in Milwaukee,
Mm-hmm.
and for some reason I remember Red Lobster there, and I can't remember where it was other than that I would go.
Well, hopefully they'll reorganize and get themselves back together. But that's the big news.
That's the big news.
That's the
That's
big
big time news, Jack. If they're,
All right. What's going on in
it's a big time
sports?
news for a guy. How do you find something like that you don't even care about? You don't even care
Well,
about Red Lobster. You said you haven't
I don't.
gone. You don't
I haven't
like-
gone. I've gone 3 times in my life, and I don't know if I'd ever go back. I wouldn't go back just to pull them out of bankruptcy. If they're waiting for me, they're going to be bankrupt forever.
You could have told me Red Lobster was bankrupt 10 years ago, and I would have believed you. So
See, well, you're a deserter. I'm not even a deserter. I was never on board.
Well, it's nowhere around.
And then now I want to talk to. Do you know his AJ's new nickname? One of many.
The flip flopper.
He's King Chalkmeister, ruler of the Chalk Republic. You, every time. What happened to Scheffler, dude?
Yeah, I know.
What?
Nothing good.
What's the latest? Have you heard?
What happened to Scheffler now?
There's now all this video that's coming out of like the accident and stuff. There's more videos coming out of like his accident and stuff. I don't buy half of it. So
What
You don't?
did he say?
he said like it was an unfortunate incident, and he feels bad for the family that lost a loved one, and
Well, I heard him say all that, but what else is coming out? Is there?
He was supposed to get a rain today, and then it was postponed. I think or yesterday. It's no.
Okay.
He hasn't had his day in court yet, but regardless, I think AJ put the AJ hex on him because once he did that, all this stuff happened with the accident and everything.
Yeah, he still shot 14 under.
Okay.
Did he finish in 5th place?
Yeah, he did. He did. So I wasn't too far off.
You were far off.
Only 7 shots.
Okay.
I was happy. Let's just say who was not happy that DeChambeau didn't come out on top.
You weren't happy?
Oh, I was very happy that he did.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. You don't like him?
No.
Okay.
Oh, him or Kepka.
Is he a live guy?
Yeah. He's a live guy, and he's been accused of let's just say stretching the rules
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the combination of that too, and he looked, he's big, stocky, looks kind of, I don't know. I think the old days we call them meatheads or something like that.
Yeah. He's a big beefy guy for sure.
Meatheads, tools, something.
I did enjoy watching.
I know he kicked my can, but it's.
I did enjoy watching the Shane Lowry 62 on Saturday.
Did you watch it?
I did.
Pretty impressive. You like him?
Not shot for shot, but I did watch him.
But you like that guy. He's pretty good. He's a beefy guy, but not beefy like Bryson. Hey, okay, so PGA, no surprise. Next, do you have any insights for the U.S. Open, or we just wait for that for June?
Just wait for that.
Okay, there's enough going on elsewhere. Last night,
your hockey came up huge.
there was a hockey game last night. AJ,
Edmonton.
There's some hockey play.
Edmonton.
Yes, right.
Yes, sir.
The boys won 3-2.
Edmonton and Dallas now.
Edmonton and Dallas, they start Thursday. Of the 4 remaining teams, Dallas has won the cup the most recently, 1999. Edmonton had 5, but none since 1990.
So is this the first Canadian? No, first Canadian team. There hasn't been a Canadian team in the finals for how many years?
1986.
86 is so it's semifinals. When's the last one that made the
Or
semifinals?
96 or something like that.
I think it was 93.
93.
That made the semifinals or the finals?
The finals, I think. Let's see. This year's champion will be a team that hasn't hoisted the cup in a generation or if ever. Florida Panthers are seeking their first since joining the league. The Rangers last won the cup in 94. Dallas won in 99. Edmonton 84. But the Canadian curse, what did I do with that? I know that I had that somewhere. It's like, I'll find it. But so AJ, who do you like in this
Edmonton.
Now you're jumping on the bandwagon.
No. I'm jumping off the Dallas bandwagon.
Well, Dallas.
I can't root for Dallas at all.
Why?
Because it's Dallas. They don't win it. They don't deserve to win anything.
Okay. So you're holding a Cowboys grudge is pushed over into other sports.
Yes, it is.
Same thing with the Mavericks.
Except no. I like Sean Sweeney. I like Sean Sweeney. But I don't like Jason Kidd. So yeah.
You like who?
The assistant coach for the Mavericks.
Oh, they used to be with the Bucks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I know that. Why don't you like Jason Kidd? The Bucks fired him. Why don't you like him?
Because they fired. Because he wrote a book on Giannis.
Ah.
He literally wrote a book on how to not coach Giannis. So.
He's terrible, but he gets the gigs, man.
He does get the gigs.
He always is. Well, he walks around like this all the time in the games. So. I thought. Did you watch that game? Game 7 of
did.
OKC.
I did a little bit, yeah.
Did you see the end by any chance?
No, I did not.
I thought OKC got screwed on. I thought he blocked a shot, and they gave him 3 free throws at the end. It was an iffy. I suppose it can go either way, but I just didn't. I was rooting for OKC. I was not being fair and unbiased. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I thought, didn't he not say after the game that he did foul him, or he has to be smarter not to foul? Because I never saw it close enough. I mean, I only saw the highlights. I did not see the end of the game.
Oh, it looked like it looked pretty shitty.
Pretty fishy, huh, Jeff?
Yeah, I think so. It's one of those. He definitely got the ball, and the guy followed through. And I guess you could say he got there. I mean, it was behind the 3, but once he does, like, oh god.
We got. Don't forget, guys. Speaking of NBA playoffs, we got Celtics Pacers tonight.
Oh, is that tonight? Well,
Yes,
okay. So first of all, back to that game. For you to say you like Dallas, okay? Who do you between
Doncic,
yeah, and Kyrie? I mean, it's like you got one guy that's just complaining the whole time, and the other guy still thinks the world is flat. What's your why do you like those two guys, right? That's why go with Joe Sweeney, but I'm sorry, I'm not. I'll take Minnesota to Minnesota.
You want Dallas over Minnesota Timberwolves?
Not me.
I said from the jump and picking Dallas to win the whole, not Dallas, Minnesota to win the whole thing.
You did say that. I'll give you credit for that. For once, you didn't pick the number 1 team.
Did you pick Minnesota at the beginning?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
They're still in it.
Wow. Well, I hate to say it, but Boston looks really good right now.
I know. I hate to say that too. They tip off in an hour or so, hour and a half.
Boston will not have their best bake, so we'll see what happens.
Well, is he out the whole series?
Possibly.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they're out going to. Somebody today said they thought that series would go 6 or 7. I just don't see it. I don't.
No. I think the Pacers are going to give them some problems.
I think the Pacers will get 2 at home.
Okay, I'll go with you guys.
I think they have a lot of guys. They have a lot of good athletic guys running around.
First of all, I think Turner is better than Porzingis. By the way.
Okay, well, we'll go with that. We'll go with that thought process.
I've never seen Porzingis play. He's huge though, isn't he? Like 7'7" or something like that.
Yeah.
He's a long, lanky guy. He shoots the ball well. He plays better than I didn't think he would be such a difference maker. But where was he? Washington last year?
Washington, yeah.
Is that,
yeah. And before that, who drafted him? Dallas or New York?
Yeah. New
York. And he got out of there. So the only reason to root for Boston is, of course, Drew. But
yeah. Exactly. That is the only reason, right? But
yeah.
The rest of them, I can't. I despise. That's a team I hated. I don't care who was playing Boston when I was a kid. Anybody who played Boston,
you didn't like John Havlicek?
From
JoJo White.
They were a good team. Okay, but I know
Dave Collins. You didn't like any of those guys?
Dave Collins, good. He coached at the Bucks. He played his last seasons at the Bucks, right?
I know.
He
I
played
know.
a little bit. Lefty, yeah, Jojo White, Havlicek. Who else? Who else?
Didn't
Was
Don Chaney?
Am I wrong to say Georgia White played at Texas Southern? Is that right?
Is that
I
what
don't
he
know
played?
about that. I don't know. We'll have to find out. That's a
I thought he
good
played on
question.
a team that beat Adolph Rupp.
Oh, was he really?
Oh, he wasn't
No.
that old, was he?
He's not that. Yeah, he would be. Okay,
That was in the 50s, the early 60s, right?
Yeah.
Somebody was AJ. There was some well-known pro who played on the team that beat Adolph Rupp. I don't know who it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Jojo
Speaking of basketball, did you guys see who won the British Basketball League for the London Lions again?
No.
Sam Decker
Sam Decker.
hit a game winner to win the
Did he
championship.
really?
Yes, sir.
Did he bank a three or what did he hit?
Pretty much, yeah, same thing.
No, did he really?
Yep, from the corner.
AJ.
That's AJ's man. He runs into Sam every summer a few times.
Does
It
he?
was all over YouTube. And of course, he had some sort of side comment about. They said it was a moral victory for the other teams. Like, congrats for them, man. So,
he's never short on wisecracks. That's for sure.
no, he's never short on his opinion. That's for sure.
No wonder you like him. Hey,
We get along well. We get along well.
let's reel it back to this part of the earth here, AJ. NBA, who you picking? What is your finals matchup going to be?
Minnesota, Boston.
And you think? Okay, all right. What about you, Doug?
Well, Boston for sure. I'll stick with Minnesota because I want them to win, but I think that backcourt is really, really tough to stop. But I'm going to say the young defensive Bucks are going to get the best of them.
Did you guys watch the press conference of Minnesota? Some guy came out and said, sometimes you have to lose before you win. And the guys on Minnesota said, we've been losing for 20 years. What are you talking about?
Truth.
Yeah.
Very true.
So I'll stick with AJ. I'll go Boston, Minnesota, just because.
But who are you picking to take it?
Boston.
Oh, AJ just dropped off. Okay.
I don't think
AJ,
you want to
come back.
I don't think you want to talk to us anymore.
Oh. What are you doing?
Hey, can I pipe in from the phone? I just died again.
Oh, man. Okay, sure.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. AJ's on the phone. His computer's dead. All right.
You're like your dad. You're almost dead.
I'm sorry, guys.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I got you both.
Okay, good. All right. So, so that's who do you like in the NHL that you don't ever watch? You going with Edmonton, and who's going to make it out of the East? New York Rangers or Florida Panthers?
New York. I like Chris Kreider, so yeah, I think they're gonna win.
I'll go the same.
And who's going to win it all?
Edmonton in 6.
6.
Okay, I'm going New York.
Doug. All right. I'm going Edmonton, Florida, even though I don't like Florida. And I'm picking Edmonton.
I just want to see Canada win, just see what happens. The whole country.
It's been 31 years. I found it. 1993. It was Montreal who last won.
31 years. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to believe.
A long time. That's a lot of. And they got a lot of. They've had a lot of expansion teams since then.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So got that settled. That put away. What about anything you're hearing about OTAs, AJ Packers, or any other?
Jordan Love did report to OTAs today.
He did or did not?
He did. Justin Jefferson did not. So
that's not Justin Jefferson of the Vikings.
Oh yeah, that's what I heard.
I mean,
did David Bakhtiari report? Yes, kidding.
Oh boy. LaFleur said it was huge to have Jordan Love participating in the off-season program. He
Of course. I think they'll get the deal done by training camp. What do you think, Jack?
Yeah, I think they will too. They both sides want to get it done. They'd be crazy not to. They'll get it. What do you think, Doug? They're going to get him before camp starts?
I don't know. I'm a little pessimistic.
What do you
on
think?
that. I'm a little pessimistic on them getting it done beforehand.
I think with him showing up today for this voluntary stuff,
Maybe it's showing that they're there.
Yeah.
That's the tone for sure.
Yeah. Okay, and Luke Musgrave out till training camp with a pec injury. Same with Zach Tom.
Did you hear about Tucker Craft?
He got married.
He got married and then showed up to camp with his arm in a sling. People are wondering what happened at the wedding.
He didn't have his arm in a sling at the wedding?
No.
Oh boy. Well, I think there were a bunch of Packers there. It was in North Dakota or South Dakota. One of them.
Yeah, South Dakota.
Must have been a fun wedding.
Yeah, people were wondering what happened at the wedding for sure.
Let's go.
It's all good. It's all good.
How much are they going to pay Love? What are they paying?
But yeah.
What do you think, AJ? How much do you think they're going to pay Jordan Love?
Well, Jared Goff got 212, so I'm guessing it's somewhere in the 240 range.
More than Goff, you think?
I'm guessing it's somewhere in the four. I'm guessing somewhere close to 4 or 5 years, 240. I'm thinking.
Well, did they just resign him last year? They gave him a new deal last year, didn't they?
It was just a 1 year. It was on last year's deal last year.
Okay. I saw a thing that said, Mahomes, when Kansas City signed him, it was the biggest contract in history. A couple months later, he's underpaid. Same thing with who's the guy at Buffalo, Josh Allen. They paid him all the money, and all of a sudden he's like maybe in the top 5 in quarterback pay.
Right.
I mean, it changes so fast.
It fluctuates so fast. Yeah. Well, I think you'll see 240. I think you'll see 240 over 4 coming up pretty soon.
You think? Yeah, I don't think they'll give him 240 over 4.
Which is crazy astronomical money when you think about $16 million.
I gotta believe they're going to try to get a 5 year. It's all so much of it is about how much is guaranteed, right?
Yeah, right.
That's what they don't talk about. I mean, they talk about these contracts, but they never come back to how much of it is guaranteed. Again, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Well, I would load up the Brinks truck because no matter what they sign him to in a year, it's going to be looked at it like a bargain.
A bargain, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Get it done sooner rather than later.
It's better to have a quarterback that's overpaid than not have one at all. So.
Okay, what's going to happen with the backup quarterback? What's your prediction there? They drafted that guy. They seem pretty happy about.
I think he'll be. I think Pratt will be home. To be honest with you.
You think what?
I think Michael Pratt will beat him out.
Will be what?
You think he'll beat him out?
Beat him out.
Oh, you do. Oh, you think he'll be a? Well,
I think I've seen enough Tulane games, honestly, because they're on ESPN a lot. What they're turning on to their team, and he beat USC. Don't forget about that. He beat USC when they killed Williams. So.
All right. Anything else have you heard about? You're like Dallas got a bunch of guys out of whatever those guys are in the last part of their deal. They don't come to the voluntary stuff. It's where they show up for the mandatory. That's the thing.
Yeah. It kind of bothers me that all this. But they got 5 guys on. They got 5 guys on last year. How many of them are they going to pay?
I don't know. If these things are voluntary, they should be. It's a big deal when they don't show up for voluntary. They're not really voluntary. I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, why are we talking about the Cowboys? Didn't the Packers beat them like 85-3? You know, I mean, how good can they be?
What do you think?
Well, they're happy with their new defensive coordinator, our old nemesis from Minnesota.
Mike Zimmer?
He's a good coach.
Yeah.
He's a really good coach. I just don't like him because he wore that purple, you know?
Yeah. Okay, I get that. Do you think Mike McCarthy's going to survive this year?
No, I don't think he's survived this year, Jack, to be honest with you.
Are you talking about, is he going to survive as a coach or from a heart attack? Because
As a coach.
Oh, okay.
We wish him well, for God's sakes, health-wise. I think he'll make it through the year because his contract runs through the year. I don't know if he'll be getting an extension unless they. What does he have to do to get an extension from the Cowboys? What do you think?
Win more than 12 games and win a playoff game, I think.
if he's not in the NFC Championship, there's not a chance. No.
Yeah, I think he's got to win more than one. I think that's right.
Yeah, he's got to.
And he's gonna win at home too, because they haven't won a playoff game at home in years. I think ever since Dak tried to nail the ball against San Francisco 2 years ago, they've been battling uphill. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. On Christian Watson's hamstring, LaFleur said time will tell. He's in good shape and he's done all the specialist stuff, but until they get going, although they said they weren't going to restrict his workload at all. They're going to have him be a regular participant.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I mean, I want him healthy in September, not October. To be honest with you, it didn't play last December, so
He played 9 games last year.
felt like a lot less.
Yeah. If he comes back, is he their best receiver?
No.
Who's their best receiver? Who?
Dobbs is the best receiver right now.
Dobbs?
Yeah. Well, Watson stretches the field. That doesn't. Yeah. They try to make the best receiver always the guy that was the fastest. He stretches the field for them, but that's what makes them. They're a better team with Watson, but I don't think he's the best receiver.
Okay, he's like Cliff Branch from the Snake days.
Branch.
From the same thing. Yeah.
Cliff Branch. Yes. How about did Lynn Swan?
Was he the fastest? Was he faster than Stallworth? I don't know if he was.
I don't know if I can't remember. He made some crazy catches, but
Yeah.
no, I thought Stallworth was more of a possession receiver, but I could be wrong on that.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, we got another ugly guy that wants to come in here. Keith Reed is going to be joining us. I'm going to read. Speaking of Keith, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. Def Leppard. There's a shirt. Dude. All right. You're here just in time for a great Snake quote, since we're talking about Cliff Branch. At one time, Snake was being interviewed by a reporter. The reporter asked if he might comment upon some words written by the noted author Jack London. The reporter then read the passage. Jack London wrote, "I would rather be ashes than dust. I would rather be a spark burning out in a brilliant blaze than be stifled by dry rot. I would rather be a flashing meteor, every atom of me in magnificent glow, than a sleeping permanent planet. The proper function of humankind is to be alive, not to just exist. I shall not waste my days, rather I shall use my time." Then the reporter paused for a moment to let the words sink in. He then said to the Snake, "Now what does that mean to you?" Stabler answered, "Throw deep." How can he not be everyone's favorite player of all time? I don't know.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, cool. Keith, I don't know if you know the agent, also known as the Italian Scorpion, also known as Dougie Buckets. That's Doug Bocchini. He's related to AJ. They think that they're twins. And Keith Reed is a local Cedarburg legend, Doug. And AJ's met Keith virtually.
Yes.
Yeah, he was a Bulldog, same graduating class as me. Went on to fame and fortune. He's living a good life. The rest of us are up here working our fingers to the bone. Keith's got his feet up, resting by pool, right? In
Okay,
Arizona.
what year is that? What year?
Keith, are you jumping in the pool on this episode too?
What's that?
I said, did you jump? Is he jumping in the pool this episode too?
I don't know. No, he's not. Last time he was on, he jumped in the pool.
Yeah, we raised money for Mr. Bob's last.
We did.
Oh,
That's right. Hey, Doug, our class theme was kicking ass and having fun. We're the class of 81. That was our.
81.
That's awesome. I love that.
81.
I love that.
I didn't realize you were that much younger than me, Joe.
Yeah. What are you?
80.
Yeah. Good man.
Well,
AJ,
nice
what? Yeah. All right. Now, Keith, you wait your turn now that we introduced you and we're kind of nice to you. You can chime in and, like everybody else. Chime in. Brewers. What do you think, AJ?
Boston's on a hell tonight. They're up 2-0. But we should. They've been able to stabilize. They've been playing about 500 ball lately, but they've been able to stabilize and keep that first place lead. So we'll see. They should have won last night, but
would you stop saying that? Stop saying they should have won.
Yeah.
They would have won it. At Jacksonville,
They would have won if they would have scored more runs than the other team.
at Jacksonville for that baseball, they would have won.
AJ. All right. So
AJ's an avid fan. Come on. let him be.
AJ, they're never on there. Every night
What the agent say?
they lost by 2 or they won by or they lost by 10. They had a chance to win.
that's right. What was the final last night? It was like 9-4, right?
No, it was 2. It was 3-2.
3-2. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. The night before it was 9-4 when they lost.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so they're in Miami. They have good pitchers. How are the Brewers going to do on the rest of this trip?
Well, let's see, they're 1-3 right now. I'm gonna go 4-5.
Okay, that would be good. 3-2 the rest of the way.
They go to Boston because they go 2 more to Miami, including tonight, and they go Boston over the weekend. So, but as long as they can stabilize before Monday, they should be fine because they play the Cubs on Monday.
Philly comes on Monday.
Cubs,
No, they play the Cubs on Monday
Cubs on Monday.
Cubs
Okay.
and White Sox.
at home.
Cubs and
Which
Sox.
fun little fact for you, Jack.
Hmm.
They play the Cubs after July, which is kind of interesting.
They don't.
They don't play the Cubs after the month of July.
How many times do they play them?
13.
They play 13 times between April and July.
Yep.
April and
Yep.
August. That's kind of crazy. Okay. Well, you still think they're going to win it?
Yes, sir. I still think they're gonna win. I think it's a 2-horse race, so I think they're gonna be out front at the end.
It's going to be tough without Wade Miley.
Yeah, without George Ross got hurt too.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, to find out.
The hits just keep on coming, Jack. They keep.
They do.
They do.
We take them well.
They do.
All right. Anything we covered in the sports world, dude? Did you want to?
No. We covered everything. We covered some international stuff. We covered everything. So.
All right. Well, I got tomorrow. We're not going to have our morning episode like we usually do. So
Okay.
I'm going to hit you now. Do you have your usual, the one time that you shine in the show with your words of wisdom? Do you have any words of wisdom for sports and life, AJ?
Yes, I do.
Fire away.
I would say my words of wisdom today have to do with how you handle adversity in life. You
Someone
gotta
making noise in the background when you're trying to talk. That kind of adversity.
no. I'm talking major adversity. Rely on the people that are around you. The ones that are going to surround you with good, support you throughout your journey. Because you're going to face adversity in life, and I'm not just quoting my book. But you're going to face challenges. You never know what a person's going through. So surround yourself with people that are going to support you regardless of what you're going through in life. And take every day as as a blessing, because you never know when you're gonna need other people to help you through your adversity.
Mhm.
So always help others when they're going through something, because you never know what somebody else is going through. So, and always be there for them, regardless of what it may be. So that's my advice for today.
I love it.
Okay, we're gonna have to start putting a time limit on your advice for the day. It was supposed to be a thought for the day. It wasn't supposed to be a soliloquy, for God's sake.
Sorry, Jay.
We're gonna keep it short, Age. We're gonna. Luck will always put you back in your
What do you have to say?
He said, "Keep them short, AJ. Keep them coming." No, I'm kidding you. You're as usual. Your words of wisdom ring true, and if we could all follow them, the world would be a happier place. That's for sure.
Amen.
Yes,
Amen.
sir.
And you know,
Yes, sir.
just
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
that way in high school too.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Yes, prim, proper, polite.
He
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, you guys have a great night. Thank you.
All right.
I gotta go out.
Hey, Jack, while we're on the air,
Yep. All right.
do you want to do Saturday morning, or do you want to do Saturday sometime?
Saturday morning works for me. It's not-
I'm gonna be in transit at some point, so I don't really know.
Well, let me know your schedule, and as usual, work around you. Just no. If Saturday morning doesn't work, just let me know times. Like Saturday afternoon is not good. If we don't do it Saturday morning, let's do it Sunday morning. How's that?
All right, sounds good.
After church.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good, brother.
All right.
Thanks for hopping on. It's always good to hear from you, even though I can't see you right now. But thanks guys for another great show. It's awesome.
All right. See you, dude. Bye. AJ Bokine.
What a good guy.
He is a good guy. He's the best.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love his attitude. I love his blessings that he shares with us. That's great.
He does, and everybody in this world has one on any given day has something to bitch about, but no one has had more challenges than AJ, and yet he just keeps it going. He goes right on through. So I give him a lot of shit. I got a lot of shit, but he's a good guy.
You give everyone a lot of shit.
No, not true.
No, not everybody.
Not my dog.
What about your first wife?
That's why she's my first wife. First and only.
How's it going up there?
Weather-wise, we're supposed to be getting some storms perhaps tonight, but it doesn't look stormy to me. They're saying possible tornadoes, the usual May wild swings of weather. We had fog this morning. It's probably in the 60s right now. Beautiful weather prior to that. But weather's good. The stuff's greening up around here. Everybody's happy about that. Life is good. Yeah, I think so. What about you?
Are popping up?
Yeah. What about you? What's going on down there? What can you tell us about a cheesehead in the desert?
We've had a great May. We've had a really good May. My professional setup here is my bedroom, by the way, with my beautiful squeeze sitting over there, and my puppy and my cat fighting right now. But no, we've had a beautiful squeeze. We've already opened the pool that you guys have seen, and we've been in it a few times, and it's just been beautiful. And the nights are great, and the days are great. We're not over 100 yet. We're sitting in the 90s, which is very doable for us here.
Right.
So,
yeah, it's a different kind of 90. When does it get?
I think one of the biggest differences here is I think the thing I miss the most about Wisconsin is going in and sitting in a good pub, and the culture is very different here, and there are no pubs here. The nearest bar that you can go sit at is 10 miles away.
Now where do you live, Keith?
I live in Goodyear, and so I live 25 miles outside of the Phoenix, downtown.
So like from Cedarburg to Milwaukee, kind of a distance, same approximate.
Yeah, probably a little bit, right around there. So,
yeah,
but
okay.
Just a real different culture here. It's not a culture of when you go to a game, it's not a 10-hour affair where you're tailgating and doing everything after and grilling out and twice but you get used to it. So
Local Patron, that's a Badger bar there in Scottsdale that PT
Probably
is taking
Scottsdale.
to. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on the other side of the world. Scottsdale's 1 o'clock on the Phoenix dial, and I'm at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
So this area is starting. It's one of the fastest growing areas now, and so we're starting to get our our Costco's and Aldi's and all those things. So it's fun and exciting to watch the growth out here. But it just seems like there are so many apartment buildings going on. I don't know where all these people are coming from. I know a lot of people are coming from California. I get that, but it's a fast growing city. So
Well, how long have you lived down there, Keith?
about 8 years.
8 years. So are you considered local enough now? Are you not?
Yeah.
Are you you live there? You live there pretty much full time. You don't come back in the summer, do you, for extended stay? Or
Well, I don't know. I might come back this summer for a little while, but
okay.
for the most part, this will really be the first summer. Last summer I was up there the whole summer, and the 2 summers before that with the dog business. So
right.
I spent a fair amount of time up there. So it's just nice to be kind of firmly planted down here and be with my squeeze and out gardening and doing those fun things that we do. So.
You're such an idiot.
Yeah, I know. You're a bigger idiot. So.
You're squeezed. Yeah. We want to introduce who you're talking about?
Oh, sure. Yeah. You want to say hi, baby? No.
I'm in the witness protection.
Oh, she says she's in the witness protection.
She's in the squeeze protection program.
God. It's a big no. I'll have to remove her the trivia question. We're going to play trivia today, aren't we?
Yes, we are. We are. But first, I want to. Yeah. So, what, Keith? You see, can you tell when you see a snowbird down there? Can you say that's someone visiting right away, just by the look of them or the way they're looking around or walk, or is it like there's so many different people from some different places that it just doesn't matter?
It's the melting pot here now. And a lot of Canadians, right? On our side, they come down from the Northwest there.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's hard. It's hard to tell. So
okay.
Yeah. So,
and you said about
that was a dumb question, by the way.
No, it was great.
Can you come up with a dumb one now?
Flying Fur. That's good news. They're opening up.
They are. I'm excited for them, and they're going to do great. And I realize it's kind of a stepping process, and I can't wait to see when they're fully, reopened and they have everything done. And it's going to be exciting for Cedarburg. I mean, it's I think it's going to be a much bigger place and truly built out for dogs, right? Whereas, I was operating out of a doctor's office, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So. Well, and I'm glad because I bought a frickin' 6-pack of nail clips right before they moved. And they said, "Oh, we'll be down for about a month." And I'm like, what's going on? So I'm glad for them and for Blackie that they are.
I'm glad for Blackie. I don't know about and them. You're right. Not you though.
Yes, of course not. But speaking of other good news and organizations, I didn't hit this at the top. Mr. Bob's Under the Bridge is they are in need of towels and backpacks. So if anyone has towels or backpacks that they have that are gently used, it's a time of year that Bob brings out the shower truck, and I man that shower truck a few times during the summer, and seeing what a difference having a shower to a homeless person is. It's just it transforms them before your very eyes. And we need a lot of towels. They need a lot of washcloths, they need a lot of towels, and a lot get donated. But that's what they're looking for because they're ramping up for that. For the summer's right around the corner here.
Where do they drop them off at? Where should they drop them off at?
They should drop them off at the Ozaki Nonprofit Center on Dakota Drive in Grafton. That's where Mr. Bob's is located, his local, and it is the in-person drop-off is Mondays 4 to 6 p.m. and Thursdays 5 to 7 p.m. So
okay.
That's when they can receive it. If you know someone who can't get there or wants to send something or whatever, I would contact you can contact us through Mr. Bob's at MrBobsUnderTheBridge.org is their website, and they'll get back to you. They'll figure something out.
Yeah, so, that was a long answer. I can I just drop them off at your house? Is that all right?
No.
Okay.
You could. For you, Keith.
Tomorrow afternoon.
For your squeeze, yes. For you, no.
Oh, touche.
Yes.
Hey, a shout out. Hats off to Pat Tomei.
Yes.
Wow. Congratulate the new mayor of Cedarburg.
She is the new
God bless
mayor.
Pat. She is Cedarburg, and God bless her. She's going to do great. She's going to be great. So she's not a divider. She brings people together. She's inclusive. All those wonderful. I'm sure you know Pat, right?
Yep. I've known her for many charitable organizations. We volunteer a lot in the same organization. So yeah, she's great. And Mike, I thought Mike O'Keefe did a good job.
Yeah.
I saw him today picking up the gift certificates at the Stilt. Mike was bartending.
No kidding.
Yeah, at Stilt House.
You know what? I'm glad you told me that. I'm going to have next time I'm up there. We got to stop there. We have
You
to
got
stop
it.
there.
You would anyway, for God's sakes.
Oh,
Next time you come. Yeah.
Get my free gift certificate. Sure.
I don't know what the hell I did with them. I think I left them downstairs. But you've arranged 2 gift certificates, correct?
Yeah.
With Gordon? You and Gordon figured this out?
Yeah, so one's for Toast. They're $50 a piece, and the other's for the Stilt House. And I think we're going to do trivia. How are we going to do the trivia?
Well, you were going to ask it, and then whoever can comment with the answer first gets the deal.
Oh, cool. Can we? Do you and I see the comments, or just you? Or
I can see him. You can see him. Can you see Art Setian? He's the only person to have commented.
Oh yeah, Art. Yeah, looking good, guys. Thanks, Art.
Yeah. So you can see
Art. Art, yo. What up, homie?
So is Art in Arizona? And I don't know Art.
I don't know Art either.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but Art, how did that song go? Gene made a machine. Joe made it go. Art. Blew a fart. Blew the whole darn thing apart. All right.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But you know what? I thought you knew that one.
Don't know that one. You know all the highbrow songs. Is that opera? Is that out of Les Miserables or something?
No, it's just an old one. Yeah. They got Arts on here. So someone's going to type the answer. All right.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah. And if no one types the answer correctly, then we'll just keep them for next week or next time.
Okay.
Whatever. But
okay.
I'm worried. But people should know this.
Well, yeah, the toast questions Gordon sent me, and they might be a little tricky. So why don't we start with let's go to a Stilt House question. Okay.
All right. Yep.
All right. And the first one to get the answer correct wins the certificate, correct?
Yes.
All right. Okay. True or false? The 2 original owners, Gordon and Keith, met each other for the first time at a Chippendales dance tryout at the Wisconsin State Fair in 1988.
I wonder this is really a tough one. No one's chiming in.
Well, we've got Art.
Art, it's true or false?
Yeah, it's a simple. I mean, even a child can answer it, right? Let's try a different one. That seems to have everybody stumbled, or whatever you call that.
Yep.
Stumped. Yeah. Thank you, Squeeze. Oh, here we go. What is the #1 selling food item at the Stilt House? Try to guess that one yourself.
I am. I'm thinking about that.
Thank you. What do you think, Art?
The menu changes a little. They took my favorite chicken sandwich off the menu.
They always take everyone's favorite sandwich off.
I know. No matter what you do, you're only gonna hear about the gripers from the gripers.
No, it's not the salad.
I know what I always order there.
It's French fries, okay?
What?
Right. Yeah.
I was gonna say tuna tartare.
No, that's my favorure.
That's what
How many tap handles? Here's one. How many tap handles? Do you think anyone else is on this besides you and me and Art?
Only shy people, evidently.
Or does it tell you if anybody else is watching?
Yeah. Bulldog knows that stuff, not me.
Bulldog. Where is Bulldog?
Bulldog has had some good family stuff come up, but it's taken all of his schedule. He's got the kids moving back home, and he's getting everybody situated. So he's not going to be with us until June for sure.
Gotcha.
You know,
all right. I don't know if trivia is working.
It's
Maybe
not.
you should try to guess the answer, and if you get it right, you get the certificate.
No, if I get it, I just want to get it right. I don't care. We'll figure out another way to give the certificates. Ask me another one.
What year did the Stilt House open?
Ooh.
I think you'll be surprised.
– 2011.
Hey, Super Squeeze, can you turn the air conditioning on or a fan?
2011.
I think I'm blowing. Did you say 2011?
Yes.
You're wrong.
I knew it was by the time you said it. Is it longer than that? Older than
close. That? No. It was this way more. So that would be 13 years. No, it's not 13 years. But they just celebrated a milestone. They just celebrated the 10-year.
10 year? That's pretty damn good. And how long?
It opened. The story is it opened on December 31st, 2013. And that was for tax reasons. We had to get it open. We had to generate revenue and bring revenue in and book it. And we were really under the gun. So
how did you meet Gordon?
I met Gordon at an Applebee's restaurant in at Mayfair. I think it's Mayfair. No.
Were you working there? Were you working it, or was he? You just
I was working. I was making a sales call. I called on Applebee's for Miller, and he was a GM at a restaurant. Really calm. He was the calmest guy on planet Earth. Invited me to sit down, asked me if I wanted something to eat. I mean, that's very rare for someone to do stuff like that.
Yeah,
but he's a good guy, real good guy.
Seems like it. Seems like a hell of a guy. I love a Stilt House. I have not been to Toast yet. I hear great things.
Yeah, more of a breakfast place, breakfast lunch, right?
Yeah.
So, seats 199 people, and again, along with the Wisconsin culture of, I think they have a mimosa.
Yep.
A mimosa flight or something. Yeah.
Yep. So, well, you have that. You have those there. I had a mimosa flight last time I was in Scottsdale.
In Scottsdale. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's more of the party place. I'm more in the resort place.
Well, I was there. PT got married again in November.
How many times has he been married?
This is 2.
Oh, just 2?
Yeah. This is the second one. Yeah. Hope. She's a doll. She's great.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Well, I know we didn't have a lot of participation in trivia, but we will also have some Summerfest tickets to give away somehow, some way, and we should figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
If we could either raise money or do something like that, right?
Well, let's use we got to figure out how to raise money too with gift certificates. I mean, maybe it's something like that. I mean, those things are valuable. $50 is a huge thing.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
How are the Brewers doing? I don't even keep track anymore. Are they in first place?
They're in first place. They've lost like 3 or 4 in a row, but the Cubs are second. I mean, it's going to be them and the Cubs. AJ could tell you everything. I don't follow that. It's May.
I know.
He's on it. What about, are you a basketball guy? Do you watch the NBA, Keith?
No. I just watch the NFL.
That's it?
Yeah.
No golf? Are you a golfer? You golf all the time, don't you?
I played this morning with my brother Kenny.
Yeah.
He had a 34 on the front nine. He had 7 pars and 2 birdies. He was on fire. And then he hit a wall. So
that happens. How is he?
He's 67. So
I didn't say how old is he. I said, how is he?
How is he?
Yeah. How old is he? How is he? He's 67. What does that mean?
He's doing great. He came over, he lives in Scottsdale, so it's a long drive. It's an hour drive, right? Mm-hmm. So it's quite a thing to visit each other, but we try to play golf whenever we can. And, we work a little bit, and he's got a great little staffing business. And so
good for him.
I'm glad the Brewers are doing good. Bill Schroeder's a old friend of mine, and him and I and Kate, his wife, Kate, had lunch before they left town, because they have a place down here in Rio Verde, which is even further northeast of Scottsdale and Fort McDowell and all that. But
Anyways,
I think he's got another year or two, and I think he's done. He's getting up there. You know, we all are, right?
He was a nice. I got to know him a little bit through Clements, our association with Clements, and then
that's right.
So he was very involved with us, and we did a segment called Bill's Grill, and he was really good. He was really a nice guy. I didn't know him at all, but I thought Bill couldn't have been a more down to earth, nicer guy you couldn't meet anywhere. Yeah. He was great. Yeah,
he would get a little sensitive because I know he did that. Remember, he did a brick chicken. I don't know if you remember what he cooked, but yeah, he did a brick chicken, and he smashed the chicken breast, with a brick, and I teased him a little bit about it, and he was a little sensitive about that.
Oh, getting under someone's skin? That's hard for me to believe.
And then when I talked about the batting average, he'd get real sensitive.
You are consistent. You talk about me being like that to everyone. You are consistent, Keith. You're Mr. Consistency.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool.
So, played golf with Kenny, got home. I cleaned the toilet this afternoon. That was a big accomplishment. And scored a lot of points with my main squeeze over here. And so, she's just sitting over here laughing.
She's laughing and she's going, "What did I do?"
I got to go to the doctor tomorrow morning at 7, get my back checked and all those fun things that we do when we hit. Well, you and I are the same age.
61. Yeah.
Okay. Was Thorson the last one out of the 3? Did it go West Lawn, Parkview, and then Thorson?
I don't know. West Lawn was there before. I thought Thorson and Parkview were the same. I don't know. They opened Thorson when I was in first grade. We were like, I remember that for real. I went to kindergarten at St. Francis because there wasn't a kindergarten, I don't think, near us.
Right.
So that's where I went for kindergarten. And then I was a Thorson Cool Cat.
Right. And Thorson, I thought Thorson was built after, and it's in the same design as Parkview.
Yeah, it could be. And you did Parkview, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But I moved there when I was going into 5th grade. So I only had Parkview for 1 year.
Where were you born?
Chicago.
Really? What brought the Reeds to Cedarburg?
I know, because of my accent, everyone thinks I'm a Cedarburgonian, so.
Cedarburger.
What's that?
A Cedarburger. You're a Burgonian, all right.
Yeah.
You're a bougie. You're a bougie burger.
Cedarburg is fun. I think Cedarburg's fun now. I mean, I don't know about what's the vibe on the brand new apartments that went in on Western? I mean, there's a ton of them, right? And some homes. There's
a ton of them, and they're building more there. They're not even done building all the ones there. I don't know. People are moving. I saw some cars there. Yeah, I go by there on the bike. The bike trail's right behind there, so you can kind of see the progress. There's been a big brouhaha over the new apartments that they wanted to build, like
by Circle B.
Yes. Yeah. So they have the signs like no apartments, no. I don't know how many apartments does a place like Cedarburg need, for God's sake? Do people want to live in apartments here? I mean, why?
People want to be in where people are, where the hip people. And Cedarburg's the hip place, right? I mean,
Cedarburg's, especially at this time of year where you can walk. There's a downtown you can walk in, and there's a bike path going through it, and you can go to the other things. There is a hell of a lot to do here in the summer, for sure. Like Mequon's a huge place, but there's no real downtown to it. I guess Thiensville would be it, and Grafton is booming, which growing up here, I never thought Grafton and Jackson would be booming, but they sure as hell are. So
and Port Washington, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I mean, they're doing some big things in Port. I can see that becoming the next hot spot.
Yeah, so I think it already is. I think a lot of people are moving there. So, but I don't know. Yeah. So the apartments are coming in here. It's not like being in Goodyear, but for these parts, it's a lot of apartments.
Yeah. Well, it causes consternation. You've got an old historical town, and just putting the stilt house in was a tricky little thing. Historical building. You got to get approval on the color of your front door, and I get it, and I agree with it. I mean, that's how you conserve things, right?
Mm-hmm.
but great city. My gosh,
Yeah.
you and I have been blessed, growing up there. So
Big time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I raised kids here. They did well here. They had a good time. My daughter lives with me now. She still lives
Yeah.
with me. My son lives in San Diego. So
is your daughter your caregiver?
no. She could care. She's my care lesser. She she could not care less.
That's funny.
It's also, you know what Homer Simpson says? It's funny because it's true.
Oh, that's funny. That is good.
That's honesty, baby.
Yeah. And my main squeeze just reminded me that she's really just my caregiver.
Okay. Well, in Keith's world, she's the squeeze.
Right. And trust me, it's becoming a really fun world to live in, Bill. Every day, something different. Yeah, no, I love it here. I love Cedarburg too, but it's just, I think it's good to go experience different things in life.
It is.
Right?
It is.
I love going back. I mean, what a special place. What a special place. You and I were lucky to go to school, through the school system there. So
yeah. Got no complaints.
Yeah.
No complaints.
Yeah.
That's
But can't believe you went to St. Francis. I mean, the way you talk, but that's all right.
Oh, come on.
Did you get the paddle every so often from
The
Mrs.
paddle. Mrs. Reed, I think Mrs. Reed taught she taught catechism, didn't she?
Yes, she did. But we talked about Ma Reed, didn't we?
Yeah.
A couple
Yes.
times. And all the things that she did up there, and she,
Yes.
and you think about it, she started the Catholic youth program at what is now St. Francis.
Right.
What was great trivia question? What was called
Divine Word?
Divine Word, and who played basketball on the boys basketball team together?
You.
And
Whammo.
And
me, I was in there a little bit.
And Lever.
I was also an altar boy at Divine Word.
See, I don't remember. I was too.
Were you? Yeah. You weren't. We did Saturday nights. The Stecker boys were in my thing, and I never could figure out or remember when to ring the damn bells. And there's this little parts. So,
right. I think there were 2 times where you had to ring that. Right.
I know.
It was closer to the end. I used to like to give it a good clangy, 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 clangy.
Mike let me have the bells once. I missed it, and he's like, "That's it, you're out." So he took.
Who did Saturday night? Was Saturday night Father Fleming back then? You remember?
Yep, Father Fleming. You bet.
He was a good guy.
He was.
My mom went to him and said that these boys need uniforms. They need basketballs. They need a gym to practice in. That gym wasn't free. We had someone had to pay to turn the key to the gym and turn the lights on for us. But,
that's
what a fun experience.
There was. Dan Locken, did he play too, right? Danny
Locken was a good outside shooter.
He was.
Glenn, Brian Ricktick.
Right? Wally, Gary Walterdorf played with us for a while till he hurt his ankle.
Wally did, yeah.
Tim Anderson, didn't he? Did Tim Anderson ever?
I don't recall if Tim did. He might have. Yeah.
I know Mike Wamser did.
Yeah, Whammo.
Yeah.
Whammo was everybody's buddy because Whammo's mother would pack his lunch every day, and she would put candies in it. And then Whammo would go to Webster, and then all these guys are around Mike, and he's doling out the candy like he's the mayor of Webster.
He was a truly nice guy. Do you know where he is now? Do you know what he's doing?
He's in Cedarburg.
Is he?
Yeah, he's out of town. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He's a Saturday night church guy at St. Francis.
No wonder I never see him.
Right, because you never go to church. What?
That's right.
Except for important events, right?
No, funerals. That's it.
Speaking of the altar boy thing, and I'm glad you didn't take it down a horrible road.
No.
You're right. Did you drink a lot of wine on Saturday night after the service?
No.
No. Okay.
I wasn't interested at that time. I had no idea.
We were too young.
Yeah.
But Mike Barth was on our basketball team. So poor Mike Barth, him and I were doing a wedding.
Who's
And
Mike Barth?
Mike Barth was on he was a guard on the basketball team. And he was from Jackson, so he wasn't a Cedarburg guy, right? Anyways, him and I are doing a wedding, and it was a sad wedding. And that's when the
sad wedding. It was a sad wedding.
Sad funeral. My first 2 weddings were sad. All right.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So
how about number 3?
It was a sad funeral. Don't talk about my main squeeze like that. Anyways, we're at those kneelers. Remember they had the kneelers where you face as an altar boy, you would be way up on top. This is before they put that huge organ in.
Yeah, I didn't have that. That was well before my time. I mean, the organ was
Right.
well after my time.
Right, exactly. And so, anyways, they had the kneelers and you would face. So we were kneeling and it was time to stand up. And he didn't stand up. So I go up and he's still here on his knees. You know, and I've got the prayer book and I go, you know, hey, Mike, you got to stand up now. You know, and he was just locked, right? Mike, you got to stand up now. And next thing I know, here's Mike.
No.
Yeah, he passed out. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, right on the altar. Yeah,
So
it was. Yeah.
So what'd you do? Did they stop the service, or you just
People
step over him?
The doctor ran up, and I was like, I didn't know what to
Really?
do. I didn't know what to, like my dad would say, shit or get off the pot, right? But I didn't know what I was locked, right? No. Anyways, that's
At
the
a funeral.
story.
Really?
I did, and towards the end, God bless Father Fleming, right? And I was and so my father was a Eucharistic minister, and so remember when you had to go up and you couldn't take the communion
Right.
in your hand, you had to stick your tongue out like some sort of anteater, looking for and anyways, and what became problematic was Father Fleming, Father Leo when he was old. Remember Father Leo? I mean, yeah, and I'm sitting there trying to hold it. And then he would bring the chalice. He would ding it, he would ding it.
You bring a baseball glove out from under your cassock and go.
And then my buddies would come on, and Whammo would come up or whatever, and I'd dig it right into his throat, right? Because he'd say the body of Christ, and he had to say Amen.
Yeah.
And I go, boom,
Whammo.
Yeah, poor Whammo.
I remember your family had a wild party for the CYO after the season. And I remember Whammo because he had a fake tooth. And he ran outside. And it was winter because the CYO, and he puked. And the tooth went with it. And he came back in. And he was like, "Where's your tooth?" And he's like, "Oh."
That wasn't the first time he lost it either.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a hell of a party.
Yeah.
Was his dad Carl? Was that right?
His dad was Bob.
Bob. He was a nice guy.
Yeah.
Real nice guy.
Yeah. So Bob, my brother Kenny, he would strategize at the Homestead Act Inn before practices and games, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the right way to put that.
Yes.
And he would build the game plan over a 7-Up. Okay, at the Homestead Act Inn,
right.
which was a bar, which is now the Still House, right? Another great trivia club.
Right.
And anyways, so I think he might have taste tested a beer or something, maybe a little sip before.
Someone might have
we went over to Saukville to play. I forgot the name of that church. It had a long name, Mother Mary or something.
Yes. Blue uniforms.
Or Immaculate Conception. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyways, so do you remember this? There's an argument or something, and Kenny starts to argue with the ref, and Bob comes up to stop Kenny, right? And the ref looks at Bob and says, "I smell alcohol on you. You're out of here." And the ref throws Bob Wamser, the assistant coach, and he's still sober. You remember that or not?
I don't remember that. You'd think I would remember that. That's great. Man, maybe I wasn't on the team then. I would remember that. But it reminds me of another great Kenny the Snake Stabler story. They asked him, when is he get the game plan. He goes, I study it by the light of the jukebox every Saturday night. It's when he goes over the game plan.
Yeah, I love it.
That's classic Kenny. Oh man.
Yeah. So, well, great times, eh?
Yes, and a lot of fun. That you don't. People think nothing's going on in a small town. Where there's kids who are that age screwing around, there's going to be something going on. There always is. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
and innocent shit. We weren't killing anybody. We weren't, doing anything stupid. I mean, we did stupid stuff, but nobody got killed or anything. So, maybe a few injuries along the way, but we're okay.
Right. Hard to imagine it was about 50 years ago. So
yeah, absolutely.
That's that. Brain damage. Yeah, brain damage. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Huh? What do you mean?
You've always had that great laugh and that great smile.
Well, Kenny, you made me laugh. You made me laugh funny in life. That's important.
Oh, that's wonderful. So I was really happy to see the Packers. I haven't talked in a while. So here we're trying to catch up too. But I was happy to see the Packers turn that season around, like everyone else up there, right? And now the excitement here is they're going to the game.
Yeah,
I mean, is that what they're saying up there?
Of course, it's I mean, they weren't saying that in November, right? Last November when they were 2-8 or whatever. They turned it around, and it's true. If they could have some help, they'll be right up there. But so many things has to go right. Just the injuries. You can't have the guys. They had their chance though, Keith, in that championship game or the game against the 49ers. Samuel was hurt. It was raining. It was right there for them.
I know
that was a big miss. I know they're young, but you can't. When you're that close, it's so hard to not get it.
Yeah.
Feel good.
Well, I'm looking forward to this year. Like I said, really the only thing I watch anymore is the NFL. And not to sound like a grumpy old 60-year-old white baby boomer, conservative guy or whatever I am, but I love the NFL. So.
Do you watch other games besides the Packers? Will you watch if there's a good game on or no?
Well, yeah, and I bet on all of them. So
do you really?
I've got three mortgages going right now in the house.
Did I just hear a thump? Did the squeeze just hit the floor? 3.
FanDuel won't call me back. MGM won't call me back. Hey guys, I got a problem. You were a lot nicer when I signed up.
Got it. Gambling problem? Call 1-800 double or nothing.
Right. Yeah. It isn't it funny? I mean, it's and I mean it's like the alcohol industry, right? Which I was in. And we did a fair amount of advertising saying if you've got a drinking problem to help, right?
Right.
And that's called self-policing, right?
Right.
So you're showing the government and the powers that be that you're being responsible.
Know when to say when.
Purveyors of alcohol.
Right.
Responsible purveyors of gambling, right? But yeah, something else. Crazy world. And now look at all the marijuana out there, right? The medical marijuana. It's interesting what's going on in this country, isn't it?
It is.
It is something else.
And Wisconsin, Keith, let me see what you think about this theory. I think the reason, or one of the reasons that the marijuana is not legalized in Wisconsin is because the Tavern League is strong and does not want that legalized here. What do you think about that? Does that make any sense?
I'd agree with that. Absolutely. And even if you look at excise taxes on beer and even wine and liquor, I mean, it's a lot lower in Wisconsin because those lobbies are so strong. And again, the culture of Wisconsin, is let's have fun, right? Let's have a few. Right?
Yep.
A few dozen. Yeah. So yeah, no doubt about it. And that's, what though? Great state, a lot of green. I miss the green. I miss the chlorophyll smell. You don't realize that it smells, you can smell chlorophyll, right?
Yeah.
Until you come from the desert and you get off the plane and you drive to Cedarburg and you have all these trees and you have your windows open. You're like, now you're going on an overload,
Have you ever, do you know the author Jim Harrison by any chance? He's one of my favorite authors. He was originally from, he's passed away, the UP. And then his big The closest he came to being famous was God, I can't think of it now. Legends of the Fall. Did you ever hear that movie with Brad
Yep.
Pitt? That was a
Yep.
Harrison wrote a lot of novels and he wrote a lot of novellas, and that was one part of a 3-part novella. But the point is, one of his characters, he writes great characters, and one of them was a Native American called Brown Dog, and it's one of the funniest characters you'll ever read in literature. But he said when he went out, he had to go out to, in one of the stories, he had to go out to California for a while, and he couldn't wait to get back. When they drove back, and he said as soon as they crossed the Mississippi, and he said it wasn't, he realized it was the flora and the fauna, the smell of it. He just had to go, the character had to go and put his face down in a creek,
Yep.
because not drink it, but it was just so alive. And now you say that about the chlorophyll. When I was up riding my bike the other day, the smell of freshly cut grass, that tells you that's spring, it's spring and summer
Absolutely.
right there. It's
Absolutely.
like, wow, that smells great. You forget.
Yeah. Yeah, my super hot main squeeze is from California, and
Whereabouts?
and southern Carlsbad area. And anyways, yeah, it's very different, and obviously, you've got an ocean, you've got beach, you've got,
Right.
you've got better weather, a better climate, right? It's beautiful, but it's crazy expensive. So
Yeah.
And a lot of homeless people. We were talking about that earlier, So
yeah.
And we have that here too. So but
do they go somewhere? Do you still have as many homeless people there in the summer when it's so hot? Is it like here in the winter when there aren't as many people?
Well, no, because I
see
opened my garage door and I put a keg of Miller Lite out there.
Nice.
Yeah. And so no, it's not I don't, in the summer, what happens is a lot of cool, wonderful, awesome, great people who love to serve take water out, and they're constantly, and when it's super hot, even during the day, and they're taking water out because you don't last long in 116. I mean,
right.
Even if you're in the shade, you need, water and things like that, obviously. But
yeah, you said
I don't know. I haven't heard too much about it lately. So I don't know if it's, of course, it's an election year, right? So now
you'll hear about it.
Now we're hearing about Trump's trial and all this stuff, and yeah, amazing. Again, amazing. We are living in amazing. What you and I could have never predicted this. Sitting at Webster, right? 50 years ago. Would have you ever thought it? No
way.
And I'm not complaining. I'm not saying it's bad. It's amazing.
There's no way you could be
unpredictable.
I
guess is
prescient. No way it couldn't. Yeah. Well, you said something earlier, Keith. I wanted to ask you. You said 90 is manageable, and I know that there. What does it get? You say, it's hot. We're not going outside today. What is that threshold for you?
Anything over 110, you really don't want to be out. It's tough. It's oven-esque. Open that oven door and get a quick, and it's like that. Yeah. North Hell and South Hell. I think that's what she said. But yeah. So, but I have the beautiful pool back here, and I put shade over it. And if I'm going to be outside, it's hopefully to, jump in that pool and just hang out and chill and enjoy a delicious Miller High Life, champagne and beers.
Attaboy. That's your favorite beer, yes?
It is, yeah. Yeah. I don't drink it a lot because I'm kind of a low carb guy, and it's got a little bit more carbs but when I do, it's a special occasion beer for me now.
Is it? Champagne and beers. Couldn't pick a better one.
Yeah.
I don't think...
my old company is really creative. They've come up with some really interesting drinks. This is have you seen this yet? Happy Thursday.
I have seen that.
Yeah.
Or at least I've seen it advertised, I think. I haven't seen it.
And it's a non-carbonated water, and it says, why wait for Friday? 21 plus, so contains alcohol, and it's 4.4% alcohol, so it's like a light beer.
Yeah.
But it's not carbonated. It tastes like water, and it's flavored. And this is pineapple, and it's called Pineapple Starfruit. And I think they're going to have this at Strawberry Fest. They have a strawberry one.
I bet.
And they'll have it at Strawberry Fest this summer. So
I bet.
how's that for a plug? Those are the Summerfest tickets that they gave us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. They deserve it.
And can I open this and try it and act
Sure.
like I
Of course.
try it, or is that illegal?
No, it's my daughter loves of all those types, and I do too. The Fresca. Have you ever had a Fresca? Has a what you call it?
Cocktail?
Yeah, it's like carbonated Fresca with alcohol that you would know was in it. It was just
Right.
It's really good. And they have a
And
tequila one.
They're
they
doing
have a
all those
tequila,
now.
Yeah, they have a tequila one and a vodka one.
Yeah, and people are going away from beer, so all the alcohol guys are scrambling to figure it out, right?
Yeah,
and the advantage my old company Miller Molson Coors and the competitors have is that we own the distribution network with the chains, all the gas stations. So and that gives us that kind of power. So I say us, I'm a retiree. So
yeah.
of Miller Brewing Company.
Okay, let's hear a review of what's it taste like. Your Starfish.
Oh, okay. I'll give you a little. Yeah. So yeah, pineapple. I can taste that, and I don't know what the Starfish part of it tastes like, but it's very pineapple-y, and it's not carbonated. It is refreshing. It is very cold. It's probably about a 34, 35 degree thing, and it probably is good over ice sitting outside.
Yeah.
Right. And how's that?
Good.
I wasn't as excited about Miller High Life. I wish I had a Miller High Life, right?
Yeah. I just can't. Beer fills me up so much. I don't drink it much anymore. Every once in a while, a good one, but
yeah. I hardly drink any alcohol anymore.
Really?
Yeah, and if you pull this leg, it plays Jingle Bells. Okay.
Let's hear it. What's the other leg play, Keith?
Jingle bells. Kick him in the right knee. Kick him in the left knee.
That's the old CYO cheer.
Did you play high school football?
I did. Not all the way through. I got hurt the last time as a junior, and that was it.
Did you hurt your knee or your leg?
Hurt my knee, but the one that did me in was the back. Was the problem?
Oh, the back. Okay.
Yeah.
You weren't the player. You weren't the player that got torpedoed by that really fast guy, and he castrated your things off. No, that wasn't you.
That wasn't me.
Okay, good.
Thank
God.
Yes.
That was Jed Frank.
I saw him.
How is he?
A year ago. Same.
Okay.
Absolutely same. It was at a funeral, actually, of course. And now funerals are the thing.
Yeah. Is it a happy one or a sad one?
Well, it was one of those where a long life, and it was like.
No, I'm teasing based on what we talked about earlier. But yeah.
Yeah, but at some point in life, you say that's enough. I've had enough. Right. I'm good.
Right.
I'm good. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
It was all right.
All right. Well, good.
All right. Well, we got it. Yeah.
It's good to catch up with you.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
I'm sorry that I wish my name squeezed. Did you send a question? No. Okay. Because Art. Thank you, Art.
Art Setien. And I thought, there's one of Keith's fans. He's got him rounded up. Well, we'll put a little bit more into your next effort here. We got to have you back, and we got to do something with we're going to hang on to those gift certificates, and you're going to do the summer. When does Summerfest start, Keith? Do you know?
I don't. Normally it's the last weekend in June, but now they do it. What they do Thursday through Sunday, 3 weekends, right?
Yeah.
It used to be 11 days, and it used to start around the 24th of June.
And always go over the 4th, right?
And I think it starts the weekend of Strawberry Fest in Cedarburg.
Okay. Well, we got to get our shit together so we can have figure out those tickets and bring back your gift certificates for that you and Gordon came up with.
We'll figure that out.
Thursday, June 20th is the first day.
Summerfest ticket thing, but because I don't think I've got to talk to the main squeeze here and see if we're going to be coming up there, but I don't think we're going to be coming up there until late July or August. So
okay,
that's too late for Summerfest. So
it goes Thursday, June 20th through Saturday, July 6th.
Yep, that makes sense. And then I'm guessing Strawberry Fest is 22nd and 23rd.
Probably.
Yeah, festivals.
Yeah.
So fun little town, Cedarburg. I
Yep.
love the vibe. I love the music. You know, I'm into that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't stand talking to people anymore. You know, and I'm just joking. But yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no, it's great seeing you kind of watch yourself a little bit, because someone you care about in the room, that's good. Usually I've never met you when you cared about anybody before, so that's a new thing. You're almost human.
Yeah, well, yeah, I appreciate it. Eyes wide open, right? On this one, right? But, no, she's a keeper.
Good.
Yeah.
Enjoy each
Thanks
other.
for having
Have a
me
great
on
time.
again. I really appreciate it. It's good
You
to
bet.
see you.
Yep, you too. We'll stay in touch, and you're going to be back on. We got to have you back on before that June 20th date. So
You got it.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Bill.
Great.
All right.
Have a great holiday
Peace out.
weekend. We'll see you.
God bless
Take
you.
care. Yep.
Yeah.
Same to you, dude. All right.
Thank you, man.
All right, all. That's it for this week. We are done. Keith did a so-so job. He's gone. Who cares? Oh, there you are, Keith. Hey, how you doing? We'll see you. Keith Reed, the prodigal, prodigious Cedarburg burger, who is in Valley of the Sun. Between he and PT, Wisconsin's getting a hell of a bad name down there. So we got to appreciate.
Well, absolutely.
Keep it up. That's what
Take
she
care.
said. Goodbye.
Right.